Hello everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out my video. Today we're going to be talking about stabilization materials, and you use these to stabilize flux before it goes bad or inert in the game. And we found this yesterday and I thought it was really cool, so I figured I would show it with everybody, so let's get into it. I gotta thank my girlfriend because she accidentally did this yesterday, kind of. You have to nuke Abandoned Mineshaft 2 in order to get the Titan to spawn. And she nuked that and Nuke World because I assume maybe she wasn't sure which one, so she just nuked both. And it actually worked out really good. And I just want to show too, you have to have the Abandoned Mineshaft fully covered or you will not get the Titan to spawn. With the Scorch Beast Queen, you can do this and she'll still spawn, but you can see how close I was to the Abandoned Mineshaft 2, and it still didn't work. So just keep that in mind. Just, you know, nuke a world as much as possible and the Abandoned Mineshaft like I did here, and then you shouldn't have a problem doing what I'm going to show you next. So providing you put the nuke in the right place, the Titan will spawn. And what you're going to do is just, I would suggest to just get the Titan, because it goes down in fifths, I think. It's either quarters or fifths. But anyway, you'll get a feel for it. And at least just put an effort in to damage the Titan a little bit before you start killing enemies. I recommend a Vampire's Chainsaw. It works really well, and you can actually use another build doing this. But as you can see, I'm just getting the Titan's health down, so I don't have to try to take off all of the health before the time runs out, because what I did is just fight enemies until the last minute of the timer up there where it says seismic activity, so and so time, kill the Ultrasight Titan. I waited till there was a minute left just to kill the Titan so I can get as many enemies as possible. And I do recommend leaving a minute. I know you can probably finish the Titan off in less than a minute, but just in case, because things will happen. Like my chainsaw actually broke and it like cost me like 10-15 seconds there, so you never know, it could, you know, throw you off. And then maybe just like hit it every so often just to make sure that it's going to die in that last minute, and without, you know, making it go back down and then spawn in the next location, because you kind of want to just milk this for as much as you can. So yeah, I just wanted to get it within a safe health where I knew it wouldn't take much off to make him go to the next spot without killing him. And then I just kind of sit back and kill these mole rats. I found a flamer worked really well, as you do need to shoot them before they get close to you because they will explode like that one did right there. And I don't think you will be able to get materials from it if it exploded near you. I could be wrong, but just to make sure, you definitely want to tag them at least. Like I said, a flamethrower worked great. I just kept my distance a little bit, and I found some of them wouldn't even run towards me right away. And then this way you can kind of just, you know, line them up really nice. And the reason you're going to be doing this is because we're in a nuke zone doing this, and all the enemies spawning are going to give us ionized meat, glowing mass, hardened mass, and high radiation fluids. And this is a really quick way to get it. Even the West Tech way I showed where you nuke the middle of the map, I feel you can get more with that, but it'll take a lot more time. You're not going to get as much materials as I get here from just doing this event. And this event will take you like 10 to 15 minutes max, I would say. And of course running through the silo, but people can do that pretty quick at this point. And you would have to nuke the center of the map anyway to do the West Tech way. But I'm just saying, if you do this, this will be faster for getting materials. You will have more materials than you'll know what to do with, and you'll probably have a harder time gathering the amounts of flux that you'll need to stabilize. And I will show at the end how much I did get just from doing this solo. Again, you can see me just getting the Titan within an inch of spawning. I just want to say too, after it burrows down into the ground once and comes back up, it will start to spawn mole miners with the mole rats. So just keep an eye out for them. The more people here, the crazier it gets. I find with just one other person, it gets really intense here. So just keep that in mind too. You can probably get a lot more materials that I'm going to show at the end, which is still a lot, but you can probably get more with more people, of course, especially if you guys work together in a private lobby. This is just insane. It'll be awesome, trust me. As I did it yesterday on live stream with a couple people, and I got like tons of materials. So, and I just wanted to point out too, I didn't kill the Ultrasight Titan at the end here. You can if you're confident enough to kill him within the last few seconds, but I just wanted to focus on killing enemies because I wasn't really worried about completing the event. I was, you know, focused on getting materials, and I'm just saying if you're doing this solo, it might not be a bad idea. I also wasn't sure if the Titan would stay spawned for a little bit longer, and unfortunately, as soon as the event fails, he pretty much just burrows back underground, and you can't get any more extra enemies to spawn. Because every time he slams his hands down on the ground, more mole rats will spawn. So just keep that in mind, and make sure you go close to him. If you stay too far away from him, I find he doesn't slam his hands as much. So just keep doing that as much as possible. And as you can see here at the end, I had 27 hardened mass, but before we get into that, I just want to say, you're going to be extremely overweight when you're collecting stuff from this, especially if you do this with a couple of people. You may even have to go back up there to collect everything, because it may just hit max limit for carry weight before you can pick up everything. But if you hop down the hill here, right behind where the last place where the Titan spawns that I just showed, you can come over here and there'll be everything you need to scrap and, you know, move your materials around. So just from doing this solo, I got 27 hardened mass, which is crazy, like in 10 or 15 minutes. 19 high radiation fluids, which is probably the most rare out of the 3 that you want for stabilizing, and 38 glowing mass. So this will be good to sell as well. And 22 ionized meat if that's something that you eat, which is great for carnivores actually. So yeah, you know, shout out to my girlfriend. Thanks for doing this yesterday. I thought this turned out to be really good, and I hope some people can use this. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. I love hearing from everybody. And thanks again, everybody, for watching the videos. I really appreciate you guys, and have a great day.